We have people we're locking up on that. We have someone in jail right now from one of the dealerships. They threw a Molotov cocktail through a dealership. They're looking at up to 20 years in prison. So if you're going to touch a Tesla, go to a dealership, do anything, you better watch out because we're coming after you. Wow. And if you're funding this, we're coming after you. We're going to find out who you are.
Under President Trump's administration, Attorney General Pam Bondi isn't just making arrests. She's declaring war on left-wing domestic terrorism. Tesla dealership just firebombed. Suspects now facing 20 years in federal prison. This isn't about Tesla. It's only about Elon Musk. This attack wasn't random. The left has been coming after Musk ever since he took away their biggest weapon, control over free speech. And now they're sending a message the only way they know how, violence. But Bondi just sent one right back. So this isn't about Tesla. It's about Elon. Always has been, always will be. We're talking Molotov cocktails, arson, total destruction here. Salem, Oregon. Tesla dealership gets firebombed, $500,000 in damage. Loveland, Colorado, another attack. Molotovs, explosives, anti-Tesla graffiti everywhere. And then California, shots fired at a Tesla showroom. So what's the common thread? Elon Musk is the target. Musk exposed the woke censorship machine, took away their propaganda tools, refuses to play by their rules, and now he's tearing apart all that money, that dirty money that they're using to prop up all these NGOs. And he's given conservatives a platform again, and he's let the truth come back to social media, and for that, the left has been trying to destroy him. They're absolutely freaking out. They couldn't take him down financially, so now they're trying to burn him down. But here's the difference now. Pam Bondi isn't letting it slide. An arrest has just been made, charges filed. This guy's looking at 20 years in prison, and that's terrorism level punishment. That means one thing. The games are over. So I want to help try and explain this a little better to everybody. Who's really behind all this? This isn't just one guy throwing a Molotov. This is part of a bigger network. It always is. Who's paying for this? Who's coordinating it? Because these attacks all have the same signature. It's not random. It never is. Law enforcement is starting to connect the dots, and they're looking at the money. They're looking at who's funding these radicals, and it's all leading to some very familiar names. And I'm going to start with Act Blue. We know that Act Blue has funneled billions into left-wing causes, including groups that have a serious history of violent protests. We know that some of these groups were bailed out after the riots, sometimes by people connected to high-level Democrats. So here's my question. Why wasn't the FBI all over this from day one? Why wasn't the DOJ under Biden already making arrests? Who was blocking it? There's a reason the left isn't screaming about those cases. They don't want people asking where the money led. And this isn't the first time we've seen this play out. 2020, BLM burned cities, billions in damage, police stations set on fire, businesses looted and destroyed. What happened? The left called it mostly peaceful. Absolutely no one was held accountable. Antifa firebombed federal buildings, attacked ICE facilities, assaulted police officers. What happened? Almost nothing. And now they're using the same tactics against Elon. The Aaron Cohen Show is sponsored by the Cherries Deep Concealment Holster. This is the same holster I trained Keanu on for the John Wick franchise. This thing runs BWB, or below the waistband, means there is zero digging into your gut, and this holster will never fall off you because it runs below the waistband. Also, lightning fast draw with just a little bit of training. Hit the link down in the description to order one of these bad boys. They ship next day. Zero lead time with these things now. They ship next day. Lightning fast draw. Fits all double stacked 9 and 40 Glocks. Fully adjustable clip and ambidextrous lefties. You're covered. Hit the link down in the description. Grab one of these bad boys. And finally, carry with comfort and total concealment. And so we've seen this before. When the radical left doesn't get their way, they don't debate. They don't vote. They burn, they loot, they terrorize. And that is part of their new national Marxist playbook. But here's the difference. Pam Bondi under Trump isn't having it. And if this was 2020, this guy would have already been put on bail. But instead, he's looking at 20 years now. And that's why this is so important. Because if Bondi follows through, which she will, this is going to be the start of something much bigger, a total crackdown on this whacked out left-wing extremism. And with Trump in office, this is just the beginning. So I want to say this. For years, the radical left, that deep state, radical nutjob left, played like they were above the law. They burned, they looted, they attacked, and they got away with it. And that era is now over. And Pam Bondi just laid down the law. If you try and destroy businesses or intimidate people with violence or attack Musk or his businesses because he doesn't play by your rules, there's only one place you're going, and that's federal prison. And I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. Many, many more arrests are coming. More investigations are going to be happening. Under Trump, these gloves are coming off. And so if you're part of this mob and you think you can get away with this, I'm telling you, think again. Because Bondi's coming for you. And Trump, this is just the beginning of him bringing that hammer down. And so here's my bottom line with all this. What you're seeing unfold right now is the biggest shift in law enforcement we've seen in years. And AG Pam Bondi is setting the tone. She's setting the right tone. Question for you guys. Do you guys think these Tesla attackers should be charged with terrorism? Do me a favor, drop a comment down below. I want to hear from you. Do you think Pam Bondi's doing this the right way? Do you think we're going to see more of these hammers getting dropped? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Get this episode out there. I'm going to come back to these as more of these develop. We're going to see more prosecutions, more arrests, and more hard-hitting law enforcement transitioning. And as these continue to pop up, I'm going to keep bringing it to you guys. Also, do me a favor, if you guys are a fan of the show, hit the link down in the description and grab yourself a mini sponsorship package. They start at $25. Helps keep the lights on in the studio. We're completely independently produced and helps me to continue to combat that garbage, anti-Israel misinformation and propaganda that's out there while bringing you unfiltered, no-nonsense analysis of counterterrorism, the Mideast, and our national security right here at home. I'm going to come back to this one. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm Aaron Cohen. You're watching The Aaron Cohen Show, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.